Hey guys, this is Zach from visionswell.com here with another video. Today, I wanted to go over the Maxpedition Double Decker EDC pocket pouch that I unboxed the other day and show you what it looks like when it's fully loaded out. I took some time to go through the EDC gear I had on hand to decide what I wanted to put in this pouch. I loaded it out to max capacity. As you can see, this guy is pretty well packed out. I really took the time to decide what I wanted to go in my pouch, what I would use in my everyday life, and what makes the most sense to put into an EDC pouch to get me out of the jams that I commonly come across in my everyday life. Having just bought a new home, there's always little things that need to be fixed, there's always a quick thing that needs to be cut, packages opened, all kinds of different things. So I wanted to make sure I made a pouch that was not only good for my home and myself, but also if I threw it in a backpack, if I threw it in the car, if I was going camping, what kind of things I would need to make sure that I had on hand the tools I need to do and accomplish what I need to accomplish. So let's take a look. This is a double-decker pouch with 2 layers of pockets that each have 2 zippers with paracord pulls. On the front, there's a little velcro patch where I've put the Maxpedition morale patch. This is the SWAT color of the US flag. And see, it just velcros on here. I think it looks really nice. For me personally, I didn't feel the need to put anything in this outside pocket. There's a little mesh netting and it's held with velcro under this. So you could potentially put something underneath here. But because this is so packed out, there's not a whole lot of room, so unless it was like paperwork or something, it's probably not gonna work very well. So I just left it empty for now. On the back side, there's a bunch of molly webbing, and I'm not the hugest fan of externally attaching things to my bag that I mean to keep compact, but I just kept a little crappy, cheap carabiner here, just in case I needed to use that for any purpose. I think it lays pretty flat, and it doesn't take up a lot of room, so it made sense to put that on the outside of the bag. First, we can take a look at what's in the back pocket here. So what we've got is a little deep pocket that doesn't have any organization where you can fit things that have a little bit more height to them. So going through that, I have a bundle of Ziploc bags, 2 quart and 2 sandwich sized. And this is just great to have on hand if you have anything that's food related that you need to put away, if you have anything that's dirty or you have trash that you want to take out of a campsite. It's always good to have Ziploc bags. And then I've just cinched those up with a large rubber band. Then I have a little keychain pill container, but this can be used for a number of different things. You could always put matches in here. You could put anything. It's moderately waterproof because it's threaded. So you could put something in here that you don't want to get wet, something important, maybe a rolled up piece of paper with important passwords or documents on it. It's good to just have a little container in case you need it for any purpose. Then I just have a cheap Harbor Freight flashlight that takes AAA batteries. Always need some backup light sources. I have my Rovivon flashlight on my keychain, and that's my go-to light source because it's really bright and has a lot of options. But I like to have a backup, and you'll see later 2 backups in this kit because a light source is always important to have in any situation. In the back here, I have a handkerchief. This is another multi-use item. This is one of the ones from Sendero Corporation, and it says "Sound of a Good Time," and it has a skeleton hand cracking a beer. I really love Sendero Provisions and their, all of their different items, but this is great because you can use it as head cover, wipe your hands, wipe down anything, use it to filter if you have lake water or something that you need large items filtered out of. You could put it over your bottle before you pour it in. Handkerchiefs are always really important to have on hand, whether it's to protect you from the sun, wipe something, cover your face if it's dusty out, things like that. Great to have. On that same token, I also have an elastic gaiter So this could be used as a hat for sun protection, as a neck guard for sun protection, as a mask for dusty areas, and then all the other things that I said I could use the handkerchief for, as a minor filter of large materials, as a sweat rag, as a rag in general. It's always good to have a backup there. In the bottom of this, I have this little right angle screwdriver, and it fits a ton of different standard size bits. So you have the little bit driver that comes with it, as well as this small ratchet set for like regular size hex bits, and then a bunch of different screwdriver tips. So you have flatheads, you have the Torx ones, you have an attachment for the ratchet set, you have Phillips head in varying sizes. Doesn't take up that much room. It fits in the back of this bag nicely. So I think it's a good thing to have on hand. Gets you out of a lot of different jams, tightening things, loosening things, whatever you might need. So it doesn't take up that much space and it works perfectly. Moving to the front of the bag, I have a various amount of tools and other things that can be useful in everyday situations. So if you need something a little bit more precise, I have a set of precision screwdrivers. So a couple Phillips head, a little flathead mini guy here, another little flathead. These are great if you have like machines or knives that you need to work on, or things that have small screws. Great to have on hand. Then I just have this little pen-sized scissor set. This is actually TSA friendly, so I put this in my travel emergency kit or EDC bag for one bag travel if I'm carrying it on. But it cuts really nicely. It actually works really well for its size. It doesn't take up much space. It's functional. I think it's great. And it just is the size of a pen, so you can stick this pretty much anywhere. Then I just have some zip ties tied up with another long rubber band. These are great to use as a keychain in a pinch, to use as a zipper pull if your zipper pull breaks. There's a million uses for zip ties, so it's always good to just have a little set of them just in case you need them. Then I have two different fire sources. The first is a Zippo. Zippos are really great to have on hand. They hold enough fuel for you. You can use them to start fires, obviously, light a cigarette, a cigar, whatever you might need. They're pretty durable, and they're also robust, so very useful to have. As well as a Bic lighter, which is just a convenience item if you need to start a fire real quick. You have a Bic lighter, and I wrapped it in a bunch of duct tape, which not only can be used as duct tape is used to seal things or fix things, but also if you shred it into little pieces, it could be used as tinder, fire starter, fire extender. So you have a whole way to start a little fire here just in one small package. Then, as I mentioned earlier, I have another backup light source. This one is a telescoping small flashlight that takes one AAA battery. It was super cheap. I think I bought this on AliExpress, and it works perfectly for what it is, just a small minor backup light source in case you need it. Next, I have some number 36 bank line. This is the tarred bank line. It holds a lot of weight, and it's always important to have cordage in case you need to make, shelter, tie something up, repair your shoelaces. Anything that you would use cordage for, you always want to have cordage in any kind of EDC kit. And this is great cordage. It holds a lot of weight. I have it with another rubber band here. Rubber band is obviously useful to have too for various reasons. And yeah, it takes up a very small amount of space. Really good to have. I have a pen because you always need a writing implement. This is just a cheap Papermate pen. and I always need to have a pen on hand in case I need to jot something down. So that is what it is, it's obvious. On a similar vein, I have a Sharpie in case I needed to make a large note or write on something that wasn't paper. This allows me to leave notes, leave a trail, let someone know if I'm out in the woods, if I'm lost, that I've been there. Another writing implement just to back up to the pen to have if you need to leave a note or, you know, keep track of something. Then, this is a really nice small multi-tool. I've been looking for a tiny multi-tool that kind of fit my own needs, and this is the Gerber dime. It has on the outside of the package, it has a bottle opener. It has a little keychain holder here. And then it has a pair of tweezers that fits right here that are metal. And then you can access all these tools from the outside. So you have a pair of scissors that cut fairly well. You have a large flathead screwdriver or scraper, a small flathead screwdriver or scraper that has a file on either side, both a fine and a rough file. You have a regular blade knife in case you need to cut something. And then you have a little box opener here, which you could technically use as a can opener, I feel like, if you wanted to just, you know, brute force it. But it was designed and it's named as a box opener. So you have that there as well. And then on the inside, you have a nice little pair of pliers, needle nose pliers with wire cutters or wire strippers on the inside. So yeah, it's not the most robust or durable probably for its size, and it may not do huge crazy jobs. But for what it is and the size it takes up, I can't think of a better small multi-tool. So I really love this thing. Highly suggest picking one up. Then, something that everyone needs is some kind of cutting tool. Outside of the multi-tool, I just have an M-Tech fixed blade. It's super small, can be used to like whittle things down. You could potentially baton small wood with it since it's full tang. It goes all the way down the knife blade. It's very durable and it's small and it fits into this package. And you could use it for anything. You'd use a knife for cutting cordage, cutting wood, whittling, making tinder bundles, scraping a ferrocerium rod or something like that. So yeah, super nice to have on hand. And then it comes with this nice little sheath that it clips into really nice. I just wrapped a rubber band around it because it's a little bit too small to fit in this sleeve without slipping out. So this just creates a little bit of extra friction so that it doesn't fall through the sleeve here. Behind that, I have a Write in the Rain notebook. If I have all these writing implements, then I need something to write on. Write in the Rain notebooks are great because they're waterproof, so you could write on here, get it wet, and it wouldn't ruin it. Even if it gets wet, you can still write on it. Write in the Rain is a great company. I have a ton of their notebooks, and these little ones are just perfect for everything you might need. I just have the ones that have the little grid pattern, easy to take notes, make drawings, keep track of something. Highly suggest picking one of these up. That's it for that side. Then on this side, attached to the little key leash here, I just have my set of fork, knife, spoon. It comes in a little kind of pocket knife setup. It also has a bottle opener. And then if you want to, you also have the ability to take these apart if you wanted to use them, you know, separately, if you wanted to not have them all attached here. And then they just go back together and slide into place, and then they stay together. It's always nice to have some kind of eating implements, especially when you're camping or even just in your car for work or whatever. So this is really important to have on hand if you need some eating tools, and it has all three covered, and the knife is actually sort of sharp, so be good for cutting meat or things, not just being a butter knife. really useful to have. And then the last piece of kit I have is this little pouch that I stick in the back that has a cinch top. And this just has a lot of random things in it. This is just stuff that I didn't want kicking around the bag because it's small and there's nowhere good to put it. So what do I have here? I have another tiny screwdriver. This is an eyeglass screwdriver. So just like the other small ones, it would work great if you have any kind of electronics, glasses, or knife to fix that has very tiny screws. Then I have, tied with a gear tie that's Velcro, I just have a little tailor's measuring tape in case you need to measure something. I have a large binder clip that can be used as a money clip, a card clip, anything. It can be used to tie something to a line if you need it to hang clothes to dry. Really useful kind of thing to have as well. Then I have 2 more Velcro gear ties just in case I need to get cords out of the way or keep things together. Have a little ball chain. This came with the knife if you wanted to use it as a neck knife. It's just a good backup if you need to carry the knife around with you when you're going out in the woods or something. So have that on hand just in case. I have 2 little coated covered clothespins. For the same reason as a binder clip, you could use these as money clips, card clips, or to clip clothes, or to clip something up to a line. Good to have on hand. A couple more large rubber bands, just in case you needed to tie something up. And then just a bunch of safety pins in varying sizes, both small and large. Well, it's actually small, medium, and large. If you needed to, put a patch on, put something on your shirt, put something on the pouch itself, fix something that's ripped. Safety pins have a ton of different uses too, or you can just use them as like a pointy thing if you need to scrape something or get into a small crevice. Always good to have those as well. So yeah, I think my loadout fits my lifestyle, and I really like this Maxpedition pouch. My only complaint would be that when this is fully loaded out, some of the pockets are less usable. So this front mesh pocket, once it's bulged out a little, you can't really fit anything in there, as well as this deeper pocket. If the front pocket is full, it kind of takes up all the space in here, doesn't let it have room to breathe. So because it lacks structure there, this pocket gets taken up. Everything else, I really love this bag. It has great quality and it seems marginally water resistant because of the nylon. It seems very durable. It's made from quality materials and it fits everything I need in my EDC kit, so I can't really complain about it. This is what it looks like when it's not full. Anyway, let me know about your specific loadouts in the comments below, or if you have any comments on the loadout that I created, and I'd be happy to talk about it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks as always for watching. Take care.